Hello to anyone and everyone who's joining us. Welcome, a warm welcome to you. Now, we're going to start in a short moment, but I'm just going to go for a second to Instagram to go live there as well, as we are broadcasting in all different directions. And here we go. So, if you're tuning in, I'd love to get to know you a little bit. If you want to share where you're tuning in from and what's your name. And I'm here tonight to share a little bit more about the Fathom High Tribe, because now it's the very last moments before the doors of the Fathom High Tribe close. We have had them open for 4 days. This is the fifth day. Now, the Fathom High Tribe is a membership where I work with people ongoingly to help them to really learn to move with a deep sense of freedom that oftentimes we don't really believe is possible for us. And this is where you can learn to shed away tension and pain and restrictions and limitations. Or if you're coming in and you just want to find more flow in your body, or you miss having a deeper connection to your body, this really celebrates it. It's on a Feldenkrais based approach. There's dance classes, there's Feldenkrais, there's an amazing community. And the kind of results that we're seeing inside the tribe are really nothing short of gives a sense of purpose to my life. Now, I want to hang on. I have earrings that I hear them bouncing all the time. I'm going to take them off for a second because it's making it difficult for me to concentrate. But uh, as we are as we have recently opened the doors of the tribe, as we've opened them, it's, to be honest with you, it's been amazing to see the kind of things that the new tribers that have joined like 2 days ago, 3 days ago max, are sharing inside the community. And I'm going to share that with you in a brief moment. But before I do that, I want to take a moment to give you a better idea about exactly what the tribe is, and like, what you can expect and what's inside. So the Fathom High Tribe is this membership where there is this rich library of lessons with me, many short lessons, many longer lessons, snacks, lessons that are 5 to 15 minutes. Like, it's really, and they're all organized like a GPS to physical freedom. The whole point of this space is that it helps you to respond to any and every kind of physical challenge. Like, if you have a blocked neck, if you have a stiffness in the shoulders, lower back pain, tight, stiff ankle, anything. I have created like a series of lessons for any and every kind of physical challenge that helps you to learn to move through it and to find again that sense of freedom. Now, apart from these lessons, there's also apart from the library, there's also lessons with me twice a month. Some people have asked about the hours, so we make sure to have these lessons in different times. Hello, Sylvia from Sintra. We make sure to have these lessons in different times because some people are more available in the morning, some people are more available in the evening. In any case, all of the lessons are recorded and shared inside the library 24 hours after, so no one misses anything if the hours are inconvenient. Like, the whole idea of this space is really to make practicing so freaking easy that it's a no-brainer. Like, we have literally set things up in such a way that it can be easier to practice. I see that Margaret is here, who have recently joined already the tribe. Welcome to the live and to the tribe. And I wanna share a little bit. Wait, did I forget anything about the tribe? Yes, there's also, maybe Margaret can share a bit because I communicated with her there to welcome her just a couple of days ago. But there's a warm community space inside the tribe. So the whole idea of this project is that you don't have to do all of this alone at all. You get the support that you need. I'm there. The tribe mentors are there as well, who are all certified Feldenkrais teachers and people with immense deep experience in this kind of work. And we're all there to accompany you in the best way, and also for you to get to know the other tribers. I think that oftentimes we forget what it's like when we need to go through a physical challenge alone, or even if we're just trying to improve our movement skills. It can feel a rather lonely journey somehow. And this is something that when I was struggling after a car accident, I really wanted to change that. I wish that this kind of resource would have been available for me then. And that's why it was so important for me to create it and to create this kind of space. Now, today is all about giving you the deepest clarity possible. If you're joining in, you might be feeling that you're a little bit on the fence. You might feel uncertain if this is for you or not for you. So please, you're super welcome to share any kind of questions, hesitations, doubts, anything. I'm here until all the questions are answered. And I'm going to answer also some questions that have come up through the week from different people, in case that this is something that would be helpful. Margaret is sharing. Margaret just joined the tribe, right, Margaret? I think 2 days ago or 3 days ago. The community is very good. We are already helping each other and sharing our stories. Yes, it's amazing. I'm having such a blast being there and seeing everyone, and it's really, yeah, it's amazing. Now I want to show you for a second. This is pretty this is pretty awesome. So and by the way, toward the end, I'm going to do a little exercise with you to help like have a calming down nervous system reset moment, to help you, yeah, just land further into your body moving forward. I think that could be nice. Now, I want to share with you for a moment the kind of things that people that have joined in the last couple of days, like now from Monday, like that they are in the tribe only for 1, 2, 3 days max, are already experiencing inside the tribe. So I'm going to share with you for a second. So just so that you get a bit of an idea of how it feels like to be inside and the kind of things that are possible for you as well once you join. So there's one sharing, wow, that is powerful. I won't be able to convey it in words, but this is helping me in ways that are profound. Thank you for sharing it with us. And the rest is comments to me, which embarrasses me to read them. So I'm going to skip that. But thank you for saying that. I started today. It's been a long time since I let my body move so freely. After like the first lesson, like the first lesson that person did, it felt very soothing and very energetic at the same time. I usually have a very stiff neck, but today I realized as I was moving some kind of a pinched nerve in my hip area. I think I will come back to this class. Actually, my neck was feeling much better after one lesson. Thanks a lot. Then there's a sharing of thank you and your team for your work. It truly feels like coming back home. I think that is one of the things that I cannot convey in words, like what it means to me, and I feel what it means to other tribers. That feeling of having a space where you do not need to be something that you are not, and you do not need to try to be anything that you're not, and that's what's going to get you even better results in overcoming whichever thing is holding you back physically. Isn't that pretty insane? Because it's through all of our lives that we hear the absolute opposite all the time. Just you all the time need to try to be different, to do this, to do that, to constantly go out of your own skin and try to conform to other ideas and to other people's ways of moving. And no wonder that we stay stuck in tension or limitation or pain. And this is a space that celebrates the ability to really land back deeply to your body, to what it's all about, to how you were born to move. and to learn to really recruit your physical abilities and to unlock them so that you can really learn to move. And that's what's so beautiful about it. Like now, if you're before that journey, oftentimes we do not even imagine just how much is possible for us. Like that's so wild. Anyway, sorry, I went on a rant here. I was trying to read you a couple of them. It's long, that page. Shivani, maybe you can, after I finish sharing this, maybe you can share the link if people want to read everything. I'm just going to read a couple of them and then go on to other things. But I just want to give you a bit of a feeling of what it's like inside. So the moment I heard you say that if turning my chest to the right needed persuading, I could instead explore other paths of least resistance, I let my chest decide for itself which way to move and started crying and cried through most of the practice, which, to be honest with you, kind of proves what I just said was such an amazing breakthrough, because it's exactly in those moments that we discover what our body is all about, and then we're able to start to do things differently. But as long as we keep on staying stuck in the cycles of the same things that don't work for us, nothing can change, right? Now, I'll just share two more. I have just started. It was fantastic. I felt so released, and I had the time to explore many parts of my body, my joints, my fingers, my face, my neck, my back, my right side, my left side. I felt elongated. I could do more. And then there's a question. My mind was calm. And yes, more questions. And which we answered, because all of this is inside the community, um, or the comments below classes. This was the lesson I never knew I needed. So emotional. I will certainly revisit it. Thank you. Deep sense of relief, playfulness, a new favorite. Like it keeps go. It just keeps going. So just to give you a bit of an idea of what's now inside this space. And aside from that, like one of the things that have come up for people quite often, the question, one of like the number one question that people seem to have often is, I'm quite busy. I already have a lot of other stuff that I'm doing that I love doing. Would that, like, I don't think I have the time for this. Now, this is such an important and beautiful distinction of what's actually really needed here. And in fact, in reality, this kind of work, we have tribers reporting that with as little as 1 to 2 lessons per week. Now, a lesson can be short. We have inside the library classes that are as long as 5 to 15 minutes, which are called snacks, which is like this kind of short, snacky lesson. And we have most of the lessons are between 20 to 30 minutes. And for people that love deeper dives and longer sessions, we have those as well, quite many of them too. So there's really this feeling that everyone, no matter how busy you are, and think about it for a second, like all this means that with as little as 30 minutes per week, you could start to see very practical results and improvements. Now, just for reference, I think we have something like 10,000 minutes per week. So it's not even 0.5% of your week, the practice, in order for it to start working. And also for reference, do you know what's the average time that people spend on their smartphone doom scrolling? 2,000 minutes per week. So just to give you an idea of what it takes. And I think that if you're tuning in and you came to the physical mastermind training that we just held, I think that one of the things that I want to come back to at this point is this important for you? Like, is this something that you want to stand for? Is this something that you want to change? And yeah, if so, would taking this little time really feel impossible? Because we have time for the stuff that matter to us. Uh, and sometimes there's that thought like now is not the right time. And also for that, I just want to say that now is never the right time. Like the there is no such thing as a right time usually, because yeah, life happens, and whatever we usually leave for later keeps on being pushed for later and for later and for later. So whether it's with me through the tribe, or whether you decide that I'm not for you and you want to go somewhere else to do this, I think that still there's a huge strength in deciding to take action, and in deciding to stand up for your body and to give it the kindness that it needs, because this body has been there for you. I know it doesn't feel like that when we're in pain, or but the body is only trying to protect us all the time. And yeah, there's everything changes when you start to find that kindness toward your body. It's such a different experience of living in this body, and the results that we're seeing inside this work is nothing short of awe inspiring. Just to give, I see some questions, I'm going to answer them in a second. I just want to finish my thread of thought, because if you don't know me yet, I have a lot of thoughts and they come inside my brain, and if I don't catch them quickly, they're going to go. And then I try to scrape for them and look for them and connect to them, and they never come back. But just to give you a few examples of the kind of results that we're seeing, not even inside the tribe, just from the free training. Like, we have had a person, I think Rachel is her name, that had a car accident back in March, and only through part one of the free training had experienced 70% increase of mobility. 70% more mobility after one session, after having her body feeling frozen since March. We have had a person that was about to get an injection because of a knee injury that is quite severe, and was able to avoid the injection and is starting to feel way better with her knee. We have people that have had back pain for decades sometimes, that through the training were able to start to feel a huge difference. Now I want to say also that if you attended the training and you came for it because you're experiencing pain, and you still are with pain, please bear in mind that most people that join the tribe join because they want to improve that. So it doesn't, if it didn't work right away, it doesn't mean that it's not for you. It absolutely does not mean that your body is broken or incapable. It only means that your body needs a little bit more time to start to change the patterns that are causing the body to, yeah, to experience pain. So if you are coming in with pain and you're not seeing yet the improvements that you wanted to right after the training, bear in mind that it's pretty much on the verge of a miracle that some people are experiencing it, but every single body has its own timing. And I see this inside the tribe like all the time. We have people that are joining in, like Adi, that came in with, like, she was on heavy painkillers, on heavy medication. She could barely walk. Like, she needed to take the back seat of the, because of back pain, that she got to the emergency care because of it. She couldn't even sit in the car for months before. Like, she was just like needing to take the chair of the car backwards, for sure not drive, and like was losing her mobility and the ability to function through her day. And through one class inside the tribe, which is a class that is freaking phenomenal, that I'm very proud of. It's a class that works with a scarf, and it's a class that helps to replace all the work. If you have like tension in your lower back and you feel like your back is constantly doing this kind of a thing, then what we do in that class is that it teaches your back to really rest and to let go. And through that releasing of tension, and other classes that she's experiencing in the tribe, she's off painkiller and she's feeling so much better. But that was a process. It took her, I think, it took her a couple of weeks or 1 month and a half to get off painkillers completely, if I'm not mistaken. And now I think she's 2.5. Well, now she's a while after, but she already experienced a big improvement already, I think 2.5 months in. But again, every single body is differently. And it's rare that you would engage with this kind of work that is scientifically proven to help this and not see any kind of improvements. Now, sorry, I went into a rant, going back to answer questions. So Sylvia is asking, if I join this month of October, to see if I really like it, will I also have access to the meditations in movement? Yes. Thank you for reminding me, Sylvia. So today, whoever joins today also gets access to meditations in movement, which is a series of lessons that offer a powerful gateway out of stress. Now, all the lessons that you have inside the tribe, you will see that we have literally people inside the tribe that are there to reduce anxiety and to reduce stress, and are seeing beautiful results to the level that some of them share that they use it instead of their meditation daily practice. Not that you need to switch it with that, but just to show you how effective it is for members, for tribers. But alongside that, I found that it was really helpful. What we do in meditations in movement lessons, it's short lessons, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes sessions. And what we do there is that we use different hacks somehow that you cannot, different physical hacks that your body cannot be in a stress cycle and do them. So when you do these kind of small gentle movements, and they are very specific, we work with certain parts in the body that trigger this effect of letting go and of sinking into the parasympathetic nervous system. So it's this deep nervous system reset. And we use their tricks like that that simply make it almost impossible for your system to stay stressed. So you're contradicting the stress cycle. And through these gentle movements, you're gradually unwinding it so that you feel a deep sense of calm. I think that we even have there was this lesson that we accidentally found that works to help fall asleep, because I didn't know that. I was teaching that lesson to the tribers, and then one triber came back and said, I really had difficulties falling asleep the other night. So I was doing this lesson, and I fell right asleep. It's like this lesson with the face and releasing the jar, and it's just it makes you feel like I don't know, like you leaned into the best sofa behind you, and you can poof, just kind of go and rest until forever. So, and it's like 5 minutes or something. So uh, I shared it with other tribers as a class for sweet dreams, and we have a lot of people that are sharing that they find it really helpful to fall asleep. I think we even added it to meditations in movement, and it's also in that class is also additionally to that inside the tribe. But I wanted it to be also in meditation in movement. So it's all of these kind of things that help your body really land. Now, yes, so you guys, by the way, can join now and leave tomorrow if you want. There is no commitment. There is there's no, like this, the whole idea of this space is for it to be there for you if, when, as long as it serves you. And I will say proudly that tribers seem to stay for a long time because it helps them, and they get connected deeply to the practice, and they find that they grow inside it. But nevertheless, that doesn't mean that you need to stay there. You can come in for as long as you wish. So counseling is super easy, and you can do it on your own, or you can just write to us, to my team, and they will cancel for you. So I just want to say this because I feel that sometimes it can feel like you're stepping into something and it's a big decision, but it's not such a big decision. This is not a super expensive course that are like, and I want to say that it was important for me to build it as such because I wanted this to be accessible, like this richness and this kind of level of freaking top notch support. I wanted it to be available to people out there. I didn't want people to need to go through what I went through. So my goal is to help as many people as I can. And I feel that that's the way that I can do this in the absolute best way. So all of this to say, that if you're watching this live, there's a good, and you attended the training, or, you know, if you just joined us on Instagram and you have no idea what we're talking about, it's different. But if you're here, and you're still welcome to stay, of course. But if you are here and you've already moved through the training and you are here now, then I imagine that there's something in you that leans toward this, or that feels the pull toward this. So the whole idea is that you there's no risk here. You're not you don't need to invest something that feel. And I think that the reason that sometimes it's hard to feel the freedom to take that decision, or to feel held back, is because change can be really, really scary also. What if I try it and it doesn't work for me? What if I'm unfixable? And there's all of these thoughts that come up. It worked for other people, but what if it won't work for me? What would it say about me? What if I can't keep up? And by the way, you don't need to keep up. Like, this is a space, it's everything is done so differently. And we are there, like, we even have systems in place that help to keep your momentum in practicing, or to offer you doorways back to the practice that are so easy and so rewarding, and makes you feel so good, like a 6 minutes class to just feel that your shoulders falling down and sinking down, or all these kind of things that make it so easy to practice, that it's a no-brainer. So I have set things up in this way because I want this practice to be available for people, and to be so easy to uh, incorporate this into your life. And we have a lot of tribers that are very busy people and are managing beautifully to incorporate this, because it doesn't ask for much from you as well. And Sylvia is also asking, and if I like it, can I then change my membership to annual? A lot of people ask this. Absolutely. Yes. If you joined on a monthly subscription and you wish to change to annual, sure, just write my team and we'll change that for you. We'll do that for you. We'll set it up for you. So there's, you see, like, I think that all of this goes to say, we're here for you. We are hearing there is real people on the other side, and we're here to make the whole experience really connected and engaging, and yeah, and as heartful as can be. Margaret is asking, do those of us who have already joined get access to meditations in movement? Yes, you also, we will not take that away from you. You also have it there as well. Uh, how do you know which library videos to use for specific postural pain restriction problems? Do we get help and guidance in identifying which videos to practice with? Absolutely, yes. First of all, the library is geared in such a way. Maybe let me show it to you for a second. So this is how you know. Um, okay. This is the library of the tribe. And when you go in, for example, like this is the library space, you have a lot of stuff here. You have, and not all of this right away is open for you, like, because you would get completely overwhelmed and lost. So we pace everything for you, but don't worry, you get access to the stuff that really matters very, very quickly. We just keep the advanced content for a little bit further down the line. Now, let me look for it. So you have here, for example, dance classes, and all of this, for example, is like a whole library on its own. Like inside this, you have dance lessons that are, this one is Triber's favorite, short sessions for a brighter day. It's like 20-minute sessions that really help you land deeply into your body and feel grounded and tall, and it brings a lot of inspiration and a lot of connectedness. Become a ninja movement mastermind, which is like to improve your coordination, your movement skills, to find freedom in your body. Heal through movement, emotional healing. There's lessons here that take you through a deep journey to regulate stress levels, to feel like you're landing deeply into your body, and to be able to process through movement whatever you might be moving through, because let's face it, life throws stuff at us sometimes, and it's helpful if we have the resource and the ability to yeah, to feel centered and inside our axis through all of it. It keeps going, huh? Like profoundly connect with your body, fall in love with dancing, creativity in movement, a 5-day challenge to fall in love with dancing, physical mastermind reset training. By the way, inside the tribe, you have also access to the training that we did together here, physical mastermind training. You have access to all of the trainings that we had, because some people asked about this. Now here is snacks. All of these are super short lessons, 6 minutes. Quick hack. This is something you do for 6 minutes, and the kind of results we're seeing with that are incredible. Just 6 minutes, and your shoulders drop heavy, your neck releases and opens up, and you feel so much more calm. Like, think about it for a second. Can you try to be stressed and feel this sigh and relief, this sigh of relief in your shoulders? No. So it's those kind of things. It starts with a physical effect, and it helps your body to learn to move with greater freedom or to step away from tension or limitation. But it absolutely does not stay there. And all of this goes on like 13 minutes, 9 minutes, 16 minutes, 13. All of these classes are classes that are geared for busier people. And we even have in place like emails sometimes that I share one of these classes that are shorter and really easy to land into. Now, back to your specific question, how would I know where to go to? So, first, you got the support in the community. This is where, inside the community, I am there. The Fathom High Tribe mentors, which are all certified Feldenkrais teachers, and they know the space of the library in and out. They know everything as well, because they are have massive experience and a lot of wisdom. So all of us are there to support you. And what tribers do is that they simply come onto the community and they ask a question. If you feel uncertain where to go to, if you feel like you can't find something but you want to work on XYZ, you just write in the community and we guide you there. But you will see that oftentimes it's very easy to see where to go to. Let me show you what I mean. So, here, for example, this is the upper body, overcome pain and limitation. And you see that all of this in each one of these squares here, this is like a whole curated action plan of simple to follow lessons that help tight jaw, stiff neck. This is only for upper body. There's a whole other one for lower body. But just to give you an example of what's here available for you, and we really try to make it as thorough and as comprehensive as possible. Tight jaw, stiff neck injuries, blocked neck, SOS plan. Like you woke up, you slept wrong on the wrong something with the pillow, who knows what, your neck got blocked. You will be surprised that you actually shouldn't start with trying to move too much your neck, or at least it will be much more difficult and painful. So here are lessons that actually manage to tap into the neck and release it, working through the pelvis, working through the back, so that it offers the body, really it goes with where your body is and gives it exactly what it needs right now. Now, shoulder pain when lifting the arm, frozen stiff shoulder, dislocated shoulder, SOS plan. That it lower back tension, lower back pain. It keeps going. Now, in each one of those, now I'm tapping into this one, for example. So you see, you have just all of the right lessons that your body really needs. All of the lessons are video lessons that are usually I film them in nature because it's really fun to go to nature and practice Feldenkrais. And yeah, so essentially you really have everything laid out for you. Now later on, the way that this whole journey inside the tribe is structured is that you join in. The first step is to help you have a deep nervous system reset, because before you do that, nothing can change. No matter if you came for emotional healing, for physical healing, or you want to learn to move better and with greater flow, or to connect to your body deeper, all of it starts with if you've having your nervous system feeling constantly alert, then through this work, it's a way to really reset and to land deeply into your body. And to if this practice at first feels hard or challenging, then this is where you learn to yeah, this is where it becomes really feeling like home. So we share with you the right kind of lessons that even if at first it's hard to slow down or you're uncertain if it's for you, if you can do it or not, that's kind of my zone of genius. I love helping people discover just how profoundly rewarding and comforting and deep and nourishing it can feel to do this kind of practice. So I've built ways to bridge people into this practice, even if it feels like hard to step into that right now. And after that section, then you have this whole section. You have a lot of stuff that open up, like the dance lessons, the snacks, emotional well-being. But generally, after you have some time to work with classes that help to really reduce tensions and to find more flow, and many classes, many series of classes that are aiming and targeting directly specific aches and pains, then you get access to improving your movement skills. And then you have like whole body, you have sorry, escaped the page, you have lower body, you have upper body. But just to give you an idea of what's inside, it's like different things that help you. For example, let's go to okay, it's a bit too much soon. I'm going to stop. This is Pri, one of our coaches, tribe mentors. Uh, so all of these: arch your back with freedom, rotate your torso with ease, fluid spinal movement, find your core. Like if you feel like you're struggling, you feel tense here, or you feel too lax and you're not finding a way to engage with your core in a healthy way. Deeper, unrestricted breathing, vast and open chest, effortless. It just keeps on going. Okay, so all of this to say, and I'm going to stop sharing this now, but I wanted to give you a bit of an inside look. All of this to say that all of the library is geared to constantly guide you to where you need to go to next. And even at the end of each of those series, there's a recommendation of where to go to next. So essentially, I built it in such a way that you always have either me and the mentors inside the community, or you always have a hand that guides you through the process. And if ever there's anything inside that you're moving through and you can't find a good response to, we that's what we do. We build new series for people to help them with that. Marie is asking, do you happen to know how often the live classes will take place, please? My problem is that I'm only available after 7:30 CET time, and I wouldn't like to only watch the recordings. Yes, we have the lessons on Tuesdays in the morning, but again, everything is recorded. I understand that in your case you might not want to, and we have the lessons on either Wednesday or Thursday evenings as well. It's 7 p.m. Central European time, so it's half an hour before you're available. You can join to the second half of the class if you like. It's 7:30. Um, Margaret is saying, thanks for answering, Metal. Also, if it helps anyone, I have found the access to the tribe is very easy to follow as a new triber, as it is so clearly laid out. Yay! Yay, hooray! This was so important for me because I sometimes go into platforms. I'm like, oh my God, what's happening here? Where should I go to? I'm the most technologically challenged person in the world. Shivani from my team can absolutely attest. Right, Shivani? You can write a comment if you want. Like, I'm like, what? How do I? Yeah. So it needed to be simple. Absolutely. And Marie is asking, do you have, sorry, I answered this. Okay. And those are the questions that came in so far. If you have other questions, please, yes. Shivani is responding in my name, but she's saying yes, yes, with a crying smiley face. Okay. Now, there has been some questions that I want to touch base on as well. There was this question: I'm not a dancer, or I don't have background in movement, or I don't like dancing that much, or I'm older. Is it still for me? So if you go to the page of the tribe and you look at the trailer there, you will see that there are people inside the tribe from all ages. And that's for a very good reason, because this work is beautifully inclusive And what this work does is that it meets you exactly where you are, and it keeps it fresh and alive and interesting, and helps you evolve and learn and grow no matter what, because it taps to your nervous system, it taps into your brain, and it teaches you to to move differently, and through that to resolve things that sometimes we think that we were born with and we will have to live with. Now, I always get this question and I want to touch base on it. I'm not in pain, is it for me? Yes. It's not that inside the tribe we only have people that are moving through pain. We have people that are moving through pain and find it extremely helpful. But what this work does is it works on a few different levels. And you you see, like, let me give you a very concrete example that will kind of prove this point. When we did training number one, of the physical mastermind, the kind of breakthroughs that we see in that training, in that specific class, the same class, everyone did the same class. One person had this increase of mobility, a 70% increase of mobility after a car accident. Another person had a very deep emotional healing experience, and was crying a lot, and was releasing something very, very deep and profound. A third person felt a deep relief in the pain they had in their hips. Another person felt that the tension that they were experiencing was dissolving. Another person had their alignment feeling so much taller. Now, why does that happen? Because when you start to move and you sense, you learn to sense yourself, and you give your system the kind of feedback that shows your system what's not working, what's holding it back. Your brain is wired for survival and for maximum efficacy. Your brain does not want to waste energy. So the brain is very smart in the sense that it will help to remove the obstacle for you, but there's a couple of steps that you need to move through in order to get there. And this is the work that we do together. So it's the fact that the fact that we're seeing so many different results arising from similar classes, and many people join for other reasons that are not at all for pain and are thriving and having such deep and meaningful shifts and breakthroughs and journeys. Like, for example, learning to, if you feel like you miss more flow, if you feel like you miss connecting deeper to your body, if you feel a bit disconnected from your body, if you feel like your body stays tensed or stressed out no matter what you do, then your nervous system is simply trapped in this cycle. And this is a way to really find that deep sense of calm that can, yeah, that changes how you feel in every single moment. And that's part of what makes me so happy of doing this work, is the fact that we're hearing from people that it makes them feel so very different, not only after they do that class. The whole idea of this work is that you do it for this short moment, for this short window of tuning in, of landing deeper into yourself, so that after that, you don't need to think about it and you can just go and live your life and feel so much more free inside your body when you're moving, and you do not feel restricted or limited, and you feel like you find again that feeling of joy. And when movement feels like joy, we see that people want to engage with it much more often. And that is so beautiful to see, because it stops being this task and it stops being this chore that you have to do. It becomes a very simple way, like an outlet to really just feel your creativity and aliveness and connectedness. So yeah, all of this to say that it's absolutely not only for people that are moving through pain. We have people inside the tribe that stay there because it really helps them with anxiety and with stress as well. Like, and yeah, this work runs really, really deep, and it helps to give you again a feeling. I think that it's the same thing that heals you physically, that heals you also on other levels, because it makes you feel safe again inside your body. The kind of movements that we do that are almost hypnotic to the system, they teach your body to your nervous system, everything just goes, okay, wow, and that kind of comfort and that kind of way of feeling inside your body, yeah, doesn't stay. I keep on saying that, I'm sorry, but it really doesn't stay only physical. Now, Marie is asking, could you please repeat the time and day of live classes? I didn't manage to write them down. I'm thinking of joining. Sure, Marie. So, um, we have usually one class in the morning on Tuesdays at 10:30 Central European time, and we have another class on Wednesday or Thursday at 7 p.m. But again, I want to say and mention it really, really clearly, like you many tribers don't show up to the live lessons, and there is absolutely zero obligation to show up. It's only if you feel like hanging out with me live. All the classes are recorded and uploaded to the library 24 to 48 hours after the class took place, so you never miss anything. And already my nervous system is feeling so much more settled. Margaret, that joined a couple of days ago, is sharing already my nervous system is feeling so much more settled, which is such an added bonus and benefit. Amazing. So you see, it's I think that what's so beautiful about this is that sometimes we have the feeling that we lived in one way for so long, and the way out of it would feel like it would take you days, it would take you months, it would take you years, and you'll need to practice like 7 hours a day. No, no, not at all. Margaret, like, how long were the classes that you did? Maybe share with us. Probably short, because at first you also don't get access to longer classes so much. At the beginning, we keep access, we give you stuff that are really easy to incorporate. Later on, if you want longer classes, actually, we do give you access to longer classes as well if you want to do deeper dives. But uh, there's all sorts of lengths of classes. There's the snacks, super short, medium short, 20 to 30 minutes, and longer ones that are approximately 45 minutes. Um, so, yes, I hope that this helps. Marie, and yeah, I think that oftentimes also, yesterday I went live with the tribe mentors, and it was really nice. We were talking about the community inside the tribe, which is really so lovely, because you're not moving through this thing alone. And there, people sometimes share recommendations of classes that they did, and the tribe mentors share lessons that they did. So we really help to lift each other out. And I know that there is that feeling sometimes that to join live, we would be more committed, or we would have like it would, but there's different ways also to learn to move through this thing together, in a way that really helps. um and me, I have weak muscles because of not having enough what, in how far do the lessons also strengthen muscular system? Oh, this is a brilliant question. I'm so gonna double down on this. Ugh, I love these kind of questions that spark up my nerdy bodily knowledge. So, okay, this is such a great question. Now, I want to throw it back to you, Emmy, and think about it like this. Why does specific parts of your body become weak actually? We never think about that because we're always busy with the effect. We're never busy with the cause. And this is where things start to get super trippy and interesting. Now, the reason that we get weaker in specific parts of our body is not because those parts are not strong enough, but it has to do with the movement patterns themselves. Parts that are more restricted, parts that are more tense. Then sometimes, you could have, for example, a constant tension in a certain part of your body, and that muscle, if it's constantly working, think of it like you try to do this now. If you're not driving or just doing something with your hands, try to do this and really squeeze your fist. You'll see that you'll get tired after a while, right? So and leave that. Now, oftentimes our muscles are not, it's not exactly that they are weak as much as they are overused and tired. And the way to change this is what I teach my students inside the tribe. And by the way, this is something that you can beautifully incorporate with other more other physical activities, like if you like to do other things that are very different, like strength training, lifting weights, going to the gym, it doesn't mean that you need to stop any of that. We have a lot of tribers that do both. And what this work does, sorry, Emmy, I'm shifting away for a second. I just want to mention this as well. What this work does, what the work that we're doing together helps you, that when you go and do other physical activities that are more challenging, for you to not feel strain, or for you to move in a much healthier way that would protect your body and help you prevent injuries that have to do with strain and with poor movement patterns. So what this does is that it kind of helps you to move away from pain, but also to prevent it, and also to improve your mobility, your balance, your coordination, even your concentration. So, all of that plays a massive role when you're doing other physical activities. Now, back to the question related to muscle strength. So, oftentimes, the more that you're able to find, we call this in this work, we call this to find greater degrees of freedom in different parts of the body. And this is the kind of work that we do together. Learning to release here, learning to release there, learning to release, and all down the chain of the body, learning to bring more ease, more support, more aliveness, more softness, more flow. Now, this right away makes us think we're not going to be strong. But here's the cool thing: when you start to move differently in this kind of way that this practice helps you move, like, you strengthen your muscles when you do other activities. When you do other activities like walking, like swimming, like running, like lifting weights, or any kind of activity that you want, it teaches you to strengthen your muscles in a way that's much more distributed. So, because for oftentimes there's imbalances of muscles, and that is a problem, and that's probably one of the reasons that you might feel now that some parts feel weak. Why? Because you have something to compare it to, right? There's this part that feels weak, this part feels much more intense. So this is a way to create much more balance inside your body. So we do not work, I want to clarify though, that we do not work directly on strengthening muscles. But when you engage with with different kind of physical activities, even if it's just dancing around, then we see that the body becomes more supple, more agile, and stronger in a much more whole way, distributed way, so that it doesn't leave behind any parts of you. I hope that this helped. Yeah, yes, yes. Okay, I think that I answered that one. Um, what else do we? There was this question that came up during this week of I don't really like the Fathom High part. Some people love it, some people don't. So would the tribe still be for me? So here's the thing: inside the tribe, you have a lot of classes that are all only Feldenkrais classes, and you have a lot of dance classes as well. So that you don't have to, like, if you feel that the movement or the dance, not the movement, the dancing part is less for you, you're gonna have like material for a good 2 years of classes without that as well. Like the level of how many classes we have in the library by now, after doing this for 4 years, I want to say, is pretty serious. So if you don't connect so much to one part of the practice but to the other, you will still have a lot of a lot of possibilities of only Feldenkrais classes. We have a lot of Fathom High dance classes, a little bit less, but still a lot. And now there was a question that came up if I'm available for a like studio workshops and stuff like that. And some people that share that they don't really like screens. And I totally get that. I'm also not so much a screen person myself, and I would prefer to usually avoid it. But here's the thing: this is not another screen workout. Like, what we do here is not at all that. When you practice, what you end up doing, what you're encouraged to do, is to tune into your own body and to to listen in, and you're not busy watching the screen. Like, we have the lessons in a video format, so that in case you get lost, you can look and see what I'm doing and see which position we're working in, but then you come back to yourself and to your movement. And in that sense, what happens is that you end up spending time away from a screen. And what I love about it, that might seem hard to imagine right now, but it doesn't feel lonely and it doesn't feel discouraging to practice like that, because there's something with the voice and with the softness that it creates, somehow this safe space for you, or like my voice that guides you through the lessons helps to facilitate this kind of space in your life, where you can really tune into your body and release tensions and find that deep sense of ease and calm and land deeply into your body. So it's all about that, and not so much about screens at all, actually. In fact, it gives you some break from screens, actually. Not and One of the reasons that I chose to work in this way and to build the tribe and not to teach this work live in the studio, because I've been doing that for a long time before I created the tribe. And I chose to switch to the tribe. Why? Because I saw that we're getting much better results like that. Why? Because if you need to go out of your house, and you have on Tuesday evening, you have a class of XYZ somewhere, which is no, it's, I'm not trying to trash it or anything, but it's the reality of it means that there's the going back, the going there, the coming back, the arrangement. It's more restricted and it's more limited in the ability to offer you a response when you need it. And let's face it, you don't necessarily wake up with stiff neck on Tuesday evenings, right? You want to be able to do this stuff when you need it. So this is a brilliant way, and we see people practicing so much more because this work is at the tip of their fingers. The classes are so digestible and easy, and yeah, it becomes such a pleasure to have that effect of standing up at the end of a class and feeling like like a ton of weight has been lifted off your shoulders, and you feel once again grounded, and you feel so much more free inside your body. So this is a beautiful thing. It's an accumulative experience, and when you have access to it at the tips of your fingers, it's available, it's flexible, it's adjustable, and it becomes a plug and play system that fits into your life no matter how busy you are. uh, I hope to have a class on Thursday afternoon. Yeah, we do. We have that. Now, I think I kind of answered most of the things. If you have any question that you're still sitting with, you're super welcome to write it. And before we go, I said I shared with you, that we're going to take a little moment together, and I want to share with you a hack, a really nice hack. I like changed my life on multiple moments. Sometimes also, yeah, like on how to find clarity when we feel in the crossroads. Because I think, look, like it's a it's a membership that's really very budget friendly. So I think that if you're here and you feel like on the fence, I think that usually what's behind it is something a little bit deeper, like the other stuff that I said before of um of the difficulty change can be a little bit scary. And I'm not here to convince anyone. I hate that kind of stuff, and I'm not for everyone, nor do I want to be. So it's none of that. But again, I want to give you a tool that you can take with you moving forward, whether you join me inside the tribe or not. But this is a beautiful way to gain clarity when you're uncertain what's right for you. Is if you want to do this with me, if you're there and you feel like it and you want to flow with me for a second. So do this only if you're not driving, or only if you're tuning in and you're going in the street. Try to feel it without uh, closing your eyes, or without doing any of that stuff. But if you are simply sitting in your house or anywhere comfortable, then you can take a moment to just If you feel like closing your eyes, if it feels safe and comfortable, then doing that. And if not, then just taking a moment to just breathe deeply in and out. And with every single exhale, feel as if something is just melting and widening and softening, so that you open up that space inside your body to feel yourself, to sense your body, and feel different spaces in your body. How do they speak to you right now, even when you're not even moving, when you're not even doing anything? And now, for a moment, if you're having a hard time deciding, joining, not joining, or anything else that is a dilemma in your life right now that you want to touch base on, but because we're meeting for this, then if this is something that's alive for you, then be with that for a second. And whenever I'm in a crossroad, I use this trick that helps me know what is right for me without a doubt, or with less doubts. And what you can do here now is you can choose one option only for 2 minutes. So you are not committing to that option. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Just choose one of them randomly. One of them, and it's like tasting a tapas bar. You're not committing to it. You're just tasting it inside your body. And take a moment here to feel how it feels inside your body when you're thinking or imagining that option. Does it feel like something in your body tenses up, braces up, like something closes off in your heart, in your chest, or anywhere else in your body? Does it feel like it closes you off? Or does it feel like it lands you and helps you to find this kind of openness, or something that releases just a little bit, just a bit? And sometimes it's hard for us to hear these kind of things at first, which is what we learn inside the tribe. But if you're having a hard time hearing, just take a moment to even just listen to the breathing. If it feels like it, if it feels like there's any kind of subtle changes, any whatsoever. And sometimes your body will speak to you and tell you what's right for you. If it feels like it gives you the feeling of coming back home, if it gives you the feeling of landing deeper into yourself in ways that you didn't know you could, and if it can give you back the freedom that you were born to move with, see, does this feel right for you inside your body? And your body speaks to you. It knows the answer well before we do. And one of the first, and you can come back to me when you want. Sylvia, I just saw you try. Thank you. Nice. But um, what I'm trying to say is that oftentimes we make decisions with our head, you know, and it's important. Thinking, analytical thinking created the best ideas in the world, but that can only go so far. And the kind of journey that waits here, the way back to healing, whether it's emotional healing or whether it's physical healing, or whether it's that if you've been missing coming back home to your body and feeling so comfortable inside your skin, then isn't the first step to healing, to isn't the first step always to tune back into your body, to what it's asking of you, and to honor it. So if that is, yeah, whichever way it guides you. And again, I'm not trying to be for everyone, and the last thing that I want is for people that this is not for them to be there. That's not the point, you know. But if this work is calling you and you feel that difficulty stepping in, it's usually some form of, sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's hesitation, but it's good to remember that there is no commitment here, and there's nothing that you stand to lose. except for the possibility to try it out and to see how it feels, to give it a month, to give it 2 months if you want, and to see how it feels once you step in. And if you listen to the kind of things that people are sharing, yeah, I think that kind of speaks for itself. Okay, you guys, listen. So I'm here until the doors close. Marinelle from my team has gone to sleep because she's in the Philippines, and I am here inside the email. If you have any more questions that you didn't feel comfortable, uh, hey, Pitzilan, nice to thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing you inside the tribe. If you have any other things that you don't feel comfortable sharing in this format, just write me an email, or you have this pop-up window in the tribes page. You can always write to me. I'm going to hang around, and I want to be there for you until we close the doors. I'm here, so don't hesitate to reach out if anything still feels unsettled. I just want you to have, clarity and ease in whichever direction you choose to go. I'm here to help whoever wishes to step into this journey, and each person that joins gives me a sense of purpose to my life. But that's my thing. Okay, so Shivani has just you see it with my name, but it's Shivani writing from my team. So Shivani has just shared the link to join the tribe if you want to come and hang out with us inside and be a part of, like, this beautiful community. Do I have time to register today? Yes, today is the day to register because we close the doors in a couple of hours. So today is the date. If you want this, do this today because we close the doors at midnight Central European time, which is in how many hours? I suck at math. Uh, I think it's like 4 hours. So yeah, after that we close the doors, and yeah, so best to join before we close the doors. So you can do that through the link, and I'm looking forward to seeing you inside. So have a beautiful evening there, and thank you so much for tuning in live. And again, I'm here for any one of you if you might have any other questions. And yeah, have a beautiful day there. Evening. Okay. I'm going to end the live stream. Lovely to see you here. Thank you so much for joining live, and see you soon. This is always the point that I try to understand after you said goodbye, and it's kind of the time to finish the conversation, and then you start to scroll to see how you're going to end the stream. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do it now. Good evening. Until soon. I think it's still going. I think I totally pressed on the stop end screen. Okay. It's not really stopping.